Good morning, good evening, and welcome to all of you who have joined us on this platform from whichever time zone or whichever country that you're watching this or whichever country you have logged in also. Thank you so much for this wonderful morning. I'm with very beautiful people and who is known for their service to humanity. So when we all know that helping others is a way of giving and a way of life to lead a meaningful life, and even a very small act of kindness, it makes a very big difference. So whether you're working for the power of community or in terms of personal sacrifice for a greater good, or the idea of just giving it to others, itself a own reward in its own action. So taking from very prominent quotes, I would highlight today's day as a dedication that only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. And how wonderful it is that nobody need to wait for that one particular single moment before starting to improve the world. Do your bit, little by little, good by good, from wherever you are, whoever you are. It is those little small drops in the ocean can be put together to overwhelm the world, such that you become the change that you really want to see in the society. And everyone can be great and everyone can serve. That's what Smart Life NGO is all about. Such a wonderful organization. Beautiful. And you know what is the motto? Empowering blue-collar workers, enriching communities. Isn't it amazing? And it is not that the greatness lies in the glamour of the skyscrapers or the city of flashing lights of Dubai. It's not so. But they find the importance or the highlight of this in the group of people who are always forgotten. So what they say is their aim is to simple, very, very simple to the ground level, to uplift the blue collar workers, whether it is through their free English lessons or mentoring programs or occasional trips or any labor camp contributions to help those workers to step beyond the routine and discover their own potential. And secondly, how do they do it? Just spreading awareness. Call it out to the world until it is heard, until the door is knocked, until people talk about them, not just to hear about Smart Life, but they join the organization to join hands with them in this great effort that they have taken it. So that's a beautiful thing. On that note, please allow me to welcome Mr. Abhijit. Mr. Abhijit is the Vice President of Smart Life, and he has joined us today. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us with your great team. I think you can introduce your team, and please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Thanks a lot for having us here today. I will let the team introduce themselves and speak. We have some amazing team members, project lead, volunteers. We can call them, give them any designation, but they are invaluable people for Smart Life and for the wider community here in Dubai. I'll just continue a bit about Smart Life, what we are, and thanks for introducing us in so many nice words. I couldn't have come up with so many things on my own. So we are a licensed NGO in Dubai. We are operating under license from CDA, which is the Community Development Authority in Dubai. And as you have rightly mentioned, we have a very simple but powerful core purpose, which is to uplift lives of the people who form the backbone of the country, literally. People who work in the labor areas and in construction, in other services. So that's our core job. And how we do this, as you rightly were mentioning, we run various projects based on skill development, on physical and mental well-being, on sports and talent development, and sheer community engagement programs. So that's how we do it. So through our programs, blue-collar people are learning new skills, whether it is English speaking, whether it's computer literacy, whether it is learning a life skill of MEP, or even other skills like crochet making, making dolls with crochet. So these are things that help them grow in their career and also potentially add some earning potential for them. So their income is supplemented, I can say, or they are able to grow out of their positions now. So why we are doing this is mainly we are focused on the blue collar, and we also believe that uh, all work and no play is something that applies to everyone. So there is also a lot of sports tournament, a lot of dance events and other engagements like carnivals that we arrange for these people, so that they can simply compete, enjoy themselves, and be part of a bonding exercise. So that's something that we do. So one other important function of any NGO and humanitarian is one of the key things. So we continue to deliver community-centric projects where we reach help to people in need or people who are deserving some support. And this is run throughout the year. Again, something that we run completely throughout the year. Uh, I want to, of course, highlight that this is entirely done through volunteering efforts. And today we are really grateful that some of our incredible and dedicated volunteers are on the podcast with us. And I'm very much keen for you to talk to them and for us to listen to what their point is or their thing is. So we mark International Volunteer Day on 5th of December. And I think this is a wonderful platform that you have provided us to, to try and recognize in a small way possible the contributions of these volunteers of Smart Life and of course the wider volunteering community in UAE actually. So Smart Life began its journey about 15 years ago, a group of friends getting together simply wanting to make a difference. I'm happy to share that even after 15 years, the founding members and the board members are actively involved even today, both in the strategic and the day-to-day activities of the organization. So I think it's their commitment that sets the tone for everything that we do as volunteers, and we stay true to our purpose. And of course, that everything, all of this is brought to life by the volunteers who are, with their passion and their dedication, they work on the field and they lead projects and they execute projects. So thank you, Doctor, for having us again. And I would let the project leads talk for themselves on the key things that they handle. And without them, it would not be the same Smart Life that we would have today. So thanks a lot again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for those valuable insights that you've shared about Smart Life. I take this opportunity to welcome people from Smart Life, Ms. Namrita Lal and Ms. Kritika Shetty, Ms. Bhargavi, Ms. Kaveri, Ms. Farhana Khan, and Ms. Alima. And along with us, I think we are joined by Mr. Abjeet. So
we have Yasmin ma'am also on our board.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining. Thanks everyone for joining us. And I know that you're all very busy, but yet you've taken your time to join us. Thank you so much. So I think we'll go on with the session to start with Ms. Namrita Lal. Ms. Namrita, instead of me introducing you, please kindly introduce yourself. And we have got one question from one of the person. I would like to take the question after your introduction. Please, Namrita.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srividhya. And it's nice to meet all of you. And my name is Namrita Lal, and I have been associated with Smart Life since last 10 years. I started my journey in January 2016 with a program called Smart Reading. So we used to teach English, going to the camps of the blue-collared workers, construction laborers, and cleaners, security guards. So we'll have these batches of 6 months of studies and then exams, and then they would go to the next level. So I did that for 5 years in continuance, 2016 to 2021. And from offline batches to online batches, we taught them, during COVID, we taught them Zoom. Each person, we taught how to use that Zoom, and then we started our classes again over online.
So it was online skills.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
So we also learned how to become technically savvy during that time, how to engage ourselves with those people at that moment.
And
So
that helped a great deal for the retention of the job, even for those blue collar workers.
that is so true.
It
That
did,
is
did.
Yeah.
so after 2021, I joined Smart Woman, and it was being run by two of our senior Smart Life people, Manjula ma'am and Sweetie, till that time. And then they handed over the baton to me and Roseanne. So we became the project leads in 2021. And then since that time, I have been associated with Smart Woman and doing a lot of knowledge and skill development sessions in ladies' camps, which are there throughout Dubai. So from 2021 to 2025 now, I've been associated with Smart Woman. And I have two beautiful project leads now, Kaveri and Halima, who are ably supporting me. And I hope the team very best of luck. So that is my introduction.
Right. Thank you. That was a wonderful introduction, Radha. I would say that just from Smart English to Smart Life, and then for the life skills, and then to Smart Women as well. So almost you've covered about 3 domains in this term of about nearly 10 years, right? A decade. Well, the question says that, what do you finding fulfilling in volunteering? What do you find fulfilling in volunteering?
Very nice and deep question.
Yeah.
I have been a teacher before I joined Smart Life in a school.
Also, many teachers, I think. I'm sure.
Yes, there are many teachers.
So I was in Sharjah for 20 years of my life and then shifted to Dubai. And I wanted to do something more, something different. And this opportunity came my way. One of my friends suggested that this is an NGO, and why don't you look forward and speak to them? So I got to know about Smart Life through one of my friends, and then she told me about Smart Reading. That is how I entered this journey, and then it is never looking back. I do not miss my job. This is life changing experience for me. I have been associated with multiple projects and more than 250 sessions I have done over the last 5 years with Smart Women and with Smart English. Every Sunday we would go and teach these blue collar workers who were even senior to me in age that time. I would love to do that adult education. I was imparting that education. Whatever I had learned in my young age, yeah, I was imparting that. And actually, this feeling, this community service, that it is there in my DNA because it started when I was very young. In my school, I was in grade 8 when it started. My mother was a social servant. She instilled that value of community service in us when we were very young. She was a government servant in India, but on Saturdays and Sundays she would go to a neighboring school and get all the slum children together there and then make us teach them. So I was in grade 8 when this started, and that feeling that we have to impart the knowledge we are gaining. We are the privileged people, so we have to share that knowledge with the people with the children who are not so privileged. That value of giving back to the community started from that age. So as soon as I got this opportunity in 2016. I just grabbed it, and then the rest is history.
Thank you.
It has been life changing for me, and I love what I'm doing, and it has given me more than I have given. I'm really telling you, community service means your confidence is increased. What you get back from the people whom you're engaged in, a lot of hugs and compassion, the empathy that we receive more than we give. That is the main thing what I have learned over the last 10 years that I'm involved with. These people whom we meet every Sunday, they have so much respect for us because they know that we are not working for money. So we are working for their upliftment. So from deep heart, what they give us is their blessings.
The love and the blessing.
So when we go from this word, that the blessings, what we take from the people around us, that is the most important. What we can take away from this word, that is the most important thing, I believe.
Brilliant.
Money is very tangible. So for me, I'm out of the words, but volunteering is all about receiving more than giving. That is the main thing I would like to say. A lot of love, a lot of blessings, a lot of adulation and direction in life. So that is all what I can share with you.
Really, I can understand that you started with working and then you started doing the job which you like. Work is something that we do out of compulsion, out of deliverance. You have your comment. But here you started doing something which you basically from your heart and you're really liking it. That's the difference between working and job. Well, as you rightly mentioned, I would like to really take something from our Hindu mythology, like you have the right to perform the duties, as you know, and you're not entitled for the fruit of your actions. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities, but you still start doing it for the sake of it, and the results will come automatically to your line. Very good. Very nicely put in a way that you have really expressed yourself. That's really very kind of you, Ms. Namrata. Hats off to you. I think you're also working with smart senior citizen and single parent as well. Would like to catch up with you if time permits more, and then we will definitely come back to you on this. Thank you so much. It's quite very, I'm so inspired to know you today as of the person of Smart Life and also as a person, as an individual. Thank you so much. And I like the beautiful smile on your face. Please inspire us with this beautiful smile and the smile that you bring on the face of others and the lives of others. Thank you so much, Ms. Namrata. Thank you. We move on to the next question. I think it's for Ms. Kritika Shetty. Before getting on to the question, I request Ms. Kritika to introduce herself. Yes, Ms. Kritika, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much, Dr. Srividhya. This is Kritika, and I lead the Smart English program at Smart Life. And when I say the Smart English program, we have both the versions, the online and the offline on-site programs. I also lead a program that we've recently launched with the orphanage in Chennai. So this is, kids who live in an orphanage, and we have some dedicated teachers who teach online. And the focus is basically on conversational and spoken English. And in terms of what I do, I'm actually a career mapping analyst, and I work with high school children, guiding them on their pathways. Earlier, I have been a trainer, when I go back to my corporate life. So I've been a trainer, and I've always believed in skill building. So education is a core to me, it's the core value to me. And I highly believe that that's the most empowering thing that you can ever do. Teach children how to speak or any kind of skill for that matter. So whether it's children, whether it's blue-collar workers, I think you open up opportunities to them, when you actually help them stand up on their own. So that's where I come from. Yeah.
Thank you so much. As you rightly said, education is the passport to the future for those who start thinking about it today.
That's right.
And definitely it's a powerful weapon to bring any change in the society.
Sure.
We do agree with you on that point. And there's a question from the audience that's what challenges you come across and in this process, basically, of bringing the change or bringing the transformation, and how do you cope up with them? Mainly,
So when we
highlight on your challenges and how you just manage them.
Yeah, sure. So when we look at programs like Smart English or any program for that matter, which runs consistently over a period of time, you need a commitment from the workers in terms of time and consistency, because it's a very planned program and they need to attend on a weekly ongoing basis. So it's not that they attend one program and they are done. one session and they are done. So we do a 16-week program. So it requires that kind of a dedication from their end as well to keep coming back every weekend, to attend the program. So one of the main challenges that we have is attendance. Also because most of these workers work on shifts. So it gets very difficult for them to actually come back every weekend consistently. So I think that's one of the main challenges, in terms of consistency of these people who are, coming back to us. So attendance happens to be one of the main challenges. How do we cope with this? We always believe at Smart Life that the top-down approach works the best. So we always try to work with organizations as such, get a commitment from the organization to the program. And so the top-down effect or the top-down, strategy always works, because it's not just the motivation of the employee, but also the motivation of and the commitment of the employer. So when an HR of an organization is involved, it's much easier to drive the program. So that's one. Two is, I think our teachers also play a very, very important role, because we need to understand that even if an organization is committed, we may still not have these workers turn up to the program. So that is also because they have just that 1 weekly off, and they really need to be dedicated, motivated, and they need to buy value into the program. They need to see value in the program for them to come back. Mm-hmm. So I think our teachers play a very, very important role in keeping them motivated, in having them come back, week over week and complete the program. So I think, kudos to all the teachers as well, who actually sacrifice their weekends and, also keep the engagement during the week. So they create WhatsApp groups, they send them assignments, they even check on them, if a particular student has not turned up. They actually check on them as to where are you, and I've not seen you over the last 2 weeks. Yeah. I think kudos to all the teachers.
Very great.
I just want to add very quickly one point here, which Kritika mentioned, and I think this is across all the projects, whether it is Smart Woman or Computer. So one thing that the volunteers, the teachers do is they are consistent, and even if we have students turn up in single-digit numbers, 1 or 2 students, the teacher makes it sure that he or she is available there in the class. So that kind of gives them the commitment from the teacher, and then then you see people really coming back to class, and it happens that way. So all kudos to the teachers. Yeah.
Very true, sir. Very true. As we know that we are into it, and we really literally want to do it, and we will do it however, whatever challenges it come, they will manage it, and they will just do it for the sake of it, because you are wanting to do it. Mainly it's that's what life is all about. And really, these kind of great acts are made from these smallest deeds. And the goodness that we invest in this, that will never fail, And as Ms. Kritika rightly mentioned, as we serve others, we are literally working on ourselves. And every single act of ours, every single word, every single gesture, every single effort that we take is full of genuine compassion that naturally nourishes and nurtures the whole process, and it becomes successful. That's what the whole thing is all about. I hope, I think you all will agree with me, definitely. Thank you, Ms. Kritika. That is wonderful. And moving ahead, we are joined with Ms. Bhargavi. Ms. Bhargavi?
Yes. Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Kindly introduce yourself, Ms. Bhargavi, and then you can always say which part of Smart Life that you're being contributing right through the process, and then we'll go to the question. Thank you.
Okay. So anyway, hello everyone. My name is Bhargavi Parulekar. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant and CPA. I work as a finance lead in a pharma company here in Dubai. And like Namrata mentioned, volunteering has been in the DNA with me, because even as a child, my father always encouraged me to volunteer. And, he always told us to support people around as much as we can. So like Namrata, even my volunteering started quite early, right from the school times, when we used to teach students, like I was not attached to an NGO, but in an involuntary way, a volunteering service. So that's where it began. But I have been with Smart Life now for the last 3 years. So I started the program by coaching the senior college students for preparing them for the IELTS exam. So this is how it began. So that's where it started. Students in remote part of India, they do not have access to the proper teaching or maybe vocabulary or the way of speaking or conducting themselves. So this is where my volunteering actually began. Moving on, for the last 1 year, I'm leading the Smart Finance program. So this is a program where we teach blue-collar workers about the skills and techniques of managing the finances and the importance of saving, right? So this is one very crucial aspect that we hear. So I, along with Mr. Abhijit, we visit this labor camps where we impart this knowledge to these blue-collar workers.
Oh, wow.
So it's a one-day session where we talk to them, even listen to what they have to share, the ways of legal ways of, transferring funds, legal ways of savings and other techniques. We just talk to them and give them some few ideas and coaching them on these topics. And in Smart Life, I'm also involved in this students mentoring program where I teach them, prepare them for interviews. So, they are senior students. So when you go for an interview, so it's the first thing, maybe an internship or maybe a full-time job. So how to conduct yourself, the way of speaking, sitting, generally interview, what questions to expect, how you can do. So these are the areas of Smart Life that I'm involved with.
That's really very great of you. And I would likely connect it to SDG goals of financial literacy. When we talk about financial literacy, definitely, what is it exactly? Some people even don't have the bank accounts. And we talk about financial literacy and you have to be financially independent in everything. And even if they have a bank account, these days, like with the smartphone application and transferring money to people, and it becomes an everyday question and challenge for these people. And
absolutely.
I do accept with you that you are doing a fabulous job with that too, with the blue collar workers. And it becomes, like many times we have seen that even in exchange, when we go for transferring money, they'll be standing and they'll be requesting the other people to say that, can you please put this form? Can you do this for me? So definitely these kind of things really, really help. Thank you. Hats off to you, Ms. Bhargavi. Thanks for taking that lead. And thanks to you, Mr. Abhijit, for, this is a wonderful, innovative thing that you're doing. But definitely this is a call for the world that everybody will become more independent.
Absolutely. And also with these new frauds and the links that we have, so we also educate them on those things, like if it happens, what is the action plan to take? So these are the few things that Abhijit and I conduct sessions together.
Yes, exactly. And if it happens, also how to handle the situation with them.
Exactly.
Yes.
In the first place, being very proactive about the situation, do not let it happen. Okay, if it happens, how to handle it and what you can pick in the sense. Of course, there are many Instagram reels there, but they are just visual. They are far away and they are not approachable. What you're doing is right on the field, right in front, exactly. Meeting people as they are and educating them. That really has more value and definitely. Thank you so much. So on that note, we'll go on to your question. Why do you think that volunteering is important or needed?
Okay, so volunteering is very important, as you know, it's for giving back to the society. So when we share our skills and knowledge with others, we are making a real change and we are touching people's life, right? And volunteering helps us to make a difference in everyone's life and it helps us to grow as a person. Actually, when we volunteer, it helps us to grow as a person. And by volunteering services, communities are able to build this social capital, based on connections, based on change. And I think that volunteering brings a purpose and purpose to our life, to not only to those who give, like not those who receive, even to those who give. So both of us, like Namrata also mentioned, it is like, it benefits both of us and to us maybe a more extent because we get a lot of fulfillment and purpose. Of the life. It's not just, the takers are the ones who benefit from it. And I think together between the givers and the takers, I think we can make a real change and do a purpose in life. And I would encourage everyone, whoever is hearing this podcast, to volunteer at least once in life, in any capacity. But we must volunteer and we must experience what it is like to volunteer. And I'm sure everyone will feel great about it.
Yeah, very true. And since I speak Tamil, I would like to take one simple quote from the Ere Siripil Irevane Kanpo. That means you see God in the smile of a needy. That's what is the meaning, is that. And definitely, so it's definitely true. And I think I'm getting more nostalgic about this. Because, very true. Because it is not like serving others and how you make their life so beautiful and grateful, such that the service of a man only means the service of God, and the joy that you give to the sick or the needy, and that makes them, you become the God, and in the means, and such that really.
Yes, absolutely. And I keep thinking every day what I can do more, and sometimes you're on an online session and there is only so much you can interact with the student or the child. So it's sometimes a bit of a blockage, but I really keep thinking. And then apart from Smart Life, also I try to educate blue collar workers in my company and others, just, sessions they organize, not voluntary, just, informal sessions where we try to speak good to the, to the community in general.
Yeah, and definitely, Bhargavi, those who live completely for others will be remembered forever,
Yeah, I think it's true with the whole Smart Life group. Yeah. I mean, they come every day, Saturday and Sunday. There are people like Namrata, years and years of experience. Abhijit is there every Saturday, Sunday, I believe. I mean, these are the two people I'm constantly in touch. I know about Kaveri also. She's also constantly with Namrata on every weekend, So, and it takes a lot, to give up every weekend back. So I really kudos to all these, Smart Life volunteers, I would say.
I wish that the world hear this now, because the hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray,
Yeah.
That's very true. Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you.
One point to Bhargaviji's point. We should start early. I urge the parents of young children so that they should come forward and bring their children to just come and observe this community service activities like Ramadan distribution. Bring their children. They should bring their children and show them that they can do a lot to these people. So when the next generation, they will be full of empathy and compassion. Then when they grow up, they will follow the path, the legacy.
Very true. Very true. Very true. We're giving them hands-on experience, get to see exactly what's happening. That's a great thing that we can take on to the education institutions, maybe for a parent morning or a coffee morning session with the schools. Maybe in the school assemblies, like we can just have a meeting with them. We can present yourself with all the schools and institutions, as even in the nurseries as well. Nurseries mean preschool. And that's really a wonderful suggestion that we can really work on. Thank you so much, Ms. Namrata. Thank you, Ms. Bhargavi. And following Ms. Bhargavi, we have Ms. Kaveri here. Yes, Ms. Kaveri, please kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kaveri Arunachalam. I am a volunteer for the Smart Women Project. So what my role essentially is to organize and plan activities. And I handle this project with Ms. Namrata ma'am and Ms. Halima ma'am. So actually, I have been, into service and it's by an inspiration through my grandfather. So when I used to be young, I used to hold hands with him, and we used to go distribute food, notebooks, and all these gadgets in schools for free. Actually, my grandfather earned much later in his 40s, but he immediately started giving back to the community around him. And I believe that I'm, blessed into this family, into this environment. And, then if I am blessed so much, then I should really give back to the ones who don't have. And I learned a lot from them as well. And being in Smart Life, I have two things that I can benefit from. That is the fulfillment I get by giving back, and the leadership team here. I get a lot of guidance. Everyone in this panel who are with us have interacted with me, and they've guided me in various things. So I'm very grateful for this life, for being a part of Smart Life. Yeah. So
just to add on, Dr. Srividhya.
Yes.
Kaveri is one of the youngest leader in our team.
Yes.
And she's doing her work very, in a complete, organized and very dedicated way, which I think a lot of the current generation lacks. She's just going to be 25 next 2026. She's only 24 now. And coming from her, it's a really great thing.
Thank you.
Thanks to Ms. Halima. Actually, she's been of unwavering support. She's always there for me and for the Women Project. apart from her other initiatives. And this encouragement, I just told you that I've gotten a lot of guidance from the people on board here. They encourage me also on a daily basis. They keep speaking about their experiences. They talk about how this is fulfilling to them. So, you learn from them, you look up to great leaders. So you follow them, right? So that is exactly the position I am at right now. Thank you, Dr. Srividhya, for this opportunity for me to speak, and Smart Life to have me volunteer. Yeah, thank you.
There is one take of, yes, Mr. G.
So also I want to give benefit to Kaveri, she being the youngest, but also the, very good leader in the project. But being the youngest, she's the most tech savvy, looks like, because she was the first one to get adjusted to the mic and the setting before all of us.
Actually, Namrata helped me, so I think now the wisest are also getting very thanks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There is one takeaway definitely from Kaveri for me today is that the best way to serve others is to give back to the community. The best way of education, the best way of growing up is definitely giving back to the community. Thanks for that note, Ms. Kaveri, that you have taken from the legacy of your grandparents. And when we say that I've served Smart Life for a decade or 2 decades, and you say that you're associated with the community service right from your birth, that really is something quite noteworthy there, definitely. And we all are getting inspired by you definitely today on this platform. And moving on to your question, what ecosystem and the support and encouragement is available for volunteering in Dubai? I would like to repeat the question for you there one more time. What ecosystem, the support or the encouragement is available for volunteering in Dubai?
So there are many platforms in Dubai where we can go and apply and volunteer. So starting from at a government level, what they have, started with. So every year they come up with new initiatives. And this year, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, our Dubai ruler, he has launched a 100 million fund to improve volunteering and social participation. So the intention by numbers is to increase the volunteer base to 600,000, to create new 10,000 jobs in non-profits, and to increase the whole non-profit contributions and social contributions by 30%. Now, the intention is 2 things, as I said, is to promote the culture of volunteering and to empower the non-profit sector. So at a government level, what they are doing is they have introduced a unified framework for volunteering. They have created new strategies and policies that focus and uplift social giving. And they are promoting skill-based volunteering across all emirates. They are highlighting various people who are in need across all 7 emirates. They're making sure that people can go and have volunteering access. As even the government employees, the federal government employees, they get to engage in volunteering by recording their hours and take up volunteering leave. Right? So this is done at a government level. Now, how they are encouraging non-profits is, of course, as we just heard about the 100 million fund, they are making this open to non-profits who are aligning by the right guidelines, who are going as per all the requirements by the government, and who are truly giving back. They are given back some sponsorships. And there are some platforms through which non-profits can benefit. And Dubai has highlighted that it is open in the UAE as well. So one is the one-stop shop. Normally, this platform is known to sell digital products, services, etc. But now they are also streamlining license and support services for non-profits. Second thing is the non-profit launchpad. This has been around for a while. It is, introduced by Julie Zumas and Sharon Alexander. These are prominent people in the fundraising aspect of for non-profits. So what the government is highlighting is it is open to the UAE. Non-profits can go and align with them, and they can seek help in terms of strategy, in terms of decision making and fundraising as well. And then there is plug-in for leadership programs. So here you can go, interested leaders and nonprofits can, go in and they can discuss and improve new strategies, new policies for giving back. So now the support is so much from the government, from Dubai in the UAE, that even any volunteer, it doesn't necessarily have to be a social worker or so. I myself am an ACCA qualified. I wish to volunteer and I have easy access to volunteering in the UAE. So one way we can go and sign up is through the sites, through volunteer.ae. You can particularly select the community that you're trying to you're trying to give the benefit to, or you can also go to dbc.ae and you can also go and volunteer there. You have platforms like Dubai Carriers, etc. But personally, at least the way I got into a nonprofit is by directly engaging to the people working in nonprofits. So there are various nonprofits that are available in the UAE. Go up, look at the community that you're willing to benefit, choose the nonprofits from there, directly contact their office, and they're more than welcome to have us volunteers on board. And I really want to highlight that any nonprofit, any volunteer, who are willing to give back, what you should do is be on top of what CDA is speaking about volunteering. So Community Development Authority, it's a very important platform that you should be aware of. Go in, learn about what they are, what they are stating about the right way of giving back. As a non-profit, we have to make sure that we go as per their guidelines, their requirements. And if we are recognized by the CDA, we will be more, well positioned to giving back. Right? So you'll have to follow those guidelines. And you can also register your volunteering hours in the CDA portal. There is also a Dubai Now app, right? So you can go there, and the CDA, team has, encouraged various initiatives there, and you can record your hours and you can be recognized for your work. So so that's what I know about the ecosystem that is available here in the UAE. And anyone else, if you can also support to this question, that would be great. But
yes, Mr. Jeet.
Yeah, Kaveri, I think you have covered very well, giving a very nice explanation, very simple explanation, and all the avenues I think you have covered. I only like to add that one of the things that we all encourage volunteers to do is to get themselves registered. If you have a Emirates ID, all you need to do is go to volunteers.ae, like Kaveri mentioned, or the Dubai Now app, and register yourself, get a volunteering card, so to say, and then you can basically start working with any NGO, Smart Life or any other NGOs.
Thank you. And if you allow me to do so, I would like to connect Ms. Kaveri's insight along with Ms. Namrata's. Namrata's insight was taking it forward to the education institutions. So we can really go on to the education institutions, talk about Smart Life. And if at all we enable this particular aspect in Smart Life, students can become volunteers, and we will give them the ID card, and the number of volunteering times on the time zones or whatever thing that they have, the time frame can be recorded. They will be eligible for a certificate with a number of hours. I think the government is stating with the golden visa as well. So it has its own benefits in a larger scale or a smaller scale, whatever thing that is up to. So definitely,
you're right.
Yeah. So we can definitely start working on it. And thank you, Ms. Kaveri, and thank you, Ms. Namrata. Thank you, Ms. Shavjit. That was a wonderful.
Thank you, Dr.
And I think we are all heading towards making and sustaining UAE as the happier country, or the happiest country in the whole world, definitely. So if we do this, definitely, I think almost everybody will become more happy, and definitely will be contributing towards the happiness index of the country. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Kaveri. Thanks for the wonderful input. And moving ahead, that was a wonderful suggestion. And we are very glad to know about exactly your contributions as well. And moving ahead, Ms. Farhana Khan. Yes, ma'am. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Srividhya. This is Farhana Khan. Professionally, I'm a Dubai Health Authority licensed behavior therapist. I have been working in Dubai Healthcare City for 17 years, more than 17 years. In Smart Life, I'm managing Smart Living project. Under this project, we conduct awareness raising workshops in different camps, and we also provide one-to-one, face-to-face counseling sessions. And we also have telephone helpline service. Currently, it's on hold temporarily. We are upgrading our system to improve our services. And the topics we cover in this project are, mental health well-being, stress management, drugs, smoking and alcohol abuse awareness, pranic healing, yoga, and fitness awareness. We also support people who are suffering from serious behavior issue, for example, aggressiveness, self-injurious behavior, hurting others, suicidal attempts, and so on. And we are also connected with legal awareness and also finance management awareness. Currently, we have 17 counselors, pranic healer, yoga trainers, and they're all working actively and involved with this project.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you have been associated with almost all these projects, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's really great. And on that note, can you please leave us enlightened with any of the success story that you can share with us, please? With all your
Yes, sure.
Thank
you. Since we started our journey with Smart Life, we have witnessed many life-saving success stories. Our blue-collar brothers and sisters call us directly for help whenever they go through any kind of mental health-related issues. Also, the camp management from different camps call us for help. When their staff, goes through mental health challenges, for example, aggressive behavior, hurting others or himself, suicidal attempt, anxiety or depression, and so on. So we provide them completely free counseling session until they're back to the safe zone. Today, I would like to share a story for you and our audience. And the story is about a teenage girl, and she was raised by her single mother. Their relationship was quite difficult. Lots of, shouting, arguments, hitting, and so on. Sometimes her mother even, locked her in a room. So she felt extremely lonely, frustrated, and suffering from anxiety. She started having thoughts of ending her life, because she was going through adolescence period, of course. And she even tried to harm herself a few times. Since she's a student and she was completely financially dependent on her mom, so she couldn't afford professional counseling. So one day she heard about Smart Living from one of her friends, and then somehow she collected our contact number, and then she had the courage to contact us, even though she knew that our main focus is blue-collar workers. She just wanted to try the last hope for survive. So we took care of her case and go through proper counseling sessions, and which were absolutely free of cost. And after few sessions, we started seeing a big change, positive change in her personality and her social life, and relationship with her mother became much better than before. And we're still in touch with her as follow-up. So, we invited her to work with us as a volunteer. So she's engaged with interaction and activity. And this is, this story is not just the success story. This is a story of hope, healing, and survival. And I would say that why people should trust Smart Living, because we care and we maintain we strongly maintain confidentiality about our clients' information, and we create a comfort zone so they feel comfortable to share their challenges and their, hidden pain or whatever challenges they're going through. Yeah, and it's 100% free of cost.
Great. Really. I'm so totally speechless. Yes, Mr. Abjeet, would you like to contribute something there?
No, I just wanted to say, I'm just taking the point from Farhana, which she made. This is another example of how Smart Life activities, although the focus area is blue collar, but because of the program, the projects, they actually are good for anybody and everybody. So certain projects, like there is outreach indirectly happening also to even the wider community within UAE, within Dubai, and even back in home countries. And this is a good example of the good work that is being done, but the reach is widening, organically. And as she mentioned, it's some of the projects we require to have the right amount of confidentiality and the proper care. And Farhana and the team of 15 or more than 15 qualified experts are actually, they're all professionals in their own career, but they just contribute their time and effort and professionalism in these projects. Yeah.
That's really great. And thank you, Ms. Farhana Khan, for that inference, really. And
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and definitely people who really need your service, if they come across this particular podcast, and they will know that exactly in terms of diversity, like where they should really go into, whom they should approach, and where from they can get the good guidelines and support. It's like really. What I'm trying to say is like those who really see equality anywhere, everywhere, and those who see that happiness and in the eyes of people are considered to be the highest joyful person, and in the sense they themselves are considered as the angels of God who are there to support, because God cannot be everywhere, and that's why God has made people like you. I think definitely. Really, thank you so much, Ms. Farhana, and really, definitely, it's not a success story, but very inspiring story that you've shared with us today, definitely. So, I'm sorry about this. Thank you so much, Ms. Farhana. Really,
thank you, everyone, and thanks to you for inviting us here.
Yeah, definitely, we will start working together, and I will definitely. Take it forward. Thank you, Mr. Thank you so much. And moving ahead, we've got one more person who is here to contribute on this platform today. And so let's welcome this person, Ms. Halima. Ms. Halima, we would like to hear from you, please.
Hi, Dr. Srividhya, meeting you here again. I was really inspired by Dr. Srividhya when she came for our Women's Day session back in Solapur camp. Very graceful she was, the way she handled the women, the way she had taken that session off, it was really very good. Good to connect to you here again, Dr. Srividhya.
Thank you, Ms.
And introducing myself, I am Halima, an educator, a mother of two handsome sons, and also part of Smart Life. To be very blessed to sit among the people who are on the screen right now. I have a lot of mentors here. Started with Manjula with a smart reading program in 2022. That was a call by, I say, instinct. As I was sitting, post-COVID period was a very distressful period for everyone to cope. So I wanted to find a meaning in my life, and that's where I came in contact with Miss Manjula, who was leading the Smart Life back then. Started with smart reading. Then joined Ms. Namrata in 2023 for Smart Women. Then I think the change came in when I was introduced to Farhana for Smart Living. So then again back to Smart Women to lead a project with Kaveri and Namrata. To be blessed to be a part of a community which not just we are not just giving, but we are learning from the Lord. I used to have issues with my own life, saying that why me all the time. when problems arise. But I think the program where I met and where I went and met these people in the camps gave me, oh, the first thing I did when after I went to a camp physically, I came back and I just poured in front of my Almighty and I said, I'm so sorry for complaining.
Oh.
I'm so sorry for complaining because you have given me more than what I require, and there are people who don't have anything. So that was my first thing. My gratification came from there. Forgiveness came from there. More patience, more of giving nature, and start for the volunteering part. It starts from my blood. My father, who was a banker, but we lived in a village where there was no roads. And I remember he and his friends used every Saturday and Sunday when they had that 1.5 days of off, they used to go with the sickle, axe, everything, and they used to make the road for the people to walk. And there was no one to tell them. These were the few young people who used to go. And that's the day even we used to lift those tiny stones with them to keep it for them healthy. It started from there, but so happy to be here because meeting Namrata, ever energetic, and Kaveri, younger to me, but I learned a lot from her. Abhijit, of course, I always trouble him whenever I have an issue. And Farana, of course, she has given me an opportunity to touch people's heart, which needed the most of healing. I don't have anything else to say, and thanks Smart Life for everything. Thank my Almighty for giving me this opportunity.
Sorry to interrupt. I know we are short of time, but I have to tell this because she wouldn't speak about herself like that, So my learning from her is, people go through rough times and they become, a version of themselves. Normally, us people, us God-loving people, we try to understand if someone is behaving ill to us or is a little differently behaved in nature. We try to understand their past. But, when we see Halima, the kind of energy she gives, every camp she goes to, there is not a camp that she's missed in UAE, honestly speaking. I'm not even exaggerating. The kind of energy she gives, we can't even, at least me, I wasn't able to understand that it is coming from struggle. It is, she would put so much love and happiness into everything she gives. And after learning from her life experiences, I understand that people can become much more good and much more loving people from struggles. She is an example that it's not an excuse, right? Like you build the life for yourself, right? If life throws stones at you, it's about how you build a life out of it. So that is my learning from her. Maybe I'm young, maybe I haven't met many people, but I'm blessed to meet Halima and other leaders on the panel as well. But highlighting Halima, I'm very blessed to have met her. I can't stop appreciating her effort anywhere I go. She's a lovely human being and a lovely leader as well. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was too much already.
Yes, back to Ms. Halima, please. Is there anything that you would like to add on, Ms. Halima?
No, I don't have anything. I think I'm just blessed to be here. And I'm blessed to that God has given me an opportunity to give back to the people who really need it. I have nothing else to say. I'm very grateful for everything that I have in life. My pain and gain, everything was blessed. I think He led me everywhere.
Yeah, I do agree, but we've got something more to hear from you. I'm sorry, because what message you have for would-be volunteers, the communities, or the community members at large?
One thing to be saying, volunteering doesn't need any skills. It doesn't need a degree to have. It does need a big heart. Just a big heart with a dedication to give back to the society. It builds in a relation. It makes your personality stronger. You might be feeling it might be overwhelming. No, it is not overwhelming. I work 5.5 days a week. Then Saturday and Sundays, people ask me, my colleagues ask me, how can you go even on a Saturday and Sunday, not staying at home when we are all exhausted? I said, it's all the heart that it makes matter. It's the happiness of the people who, what you see when you go and give that a little bit of your time. an hour a week is not a big deal for you to give something. It only needs a heart to give. And second thing, it builds your personality. It makes you more grateful to the life. It also gives you an upper hand and closer to Almighty, I feel, where you are led by a divine light every time. You can't go wrong when you are giving it back to the society. You will lead life, and the satisfaction what you get, I think that cannot be matched to any kind of wealth on this earth. That's one thing I would say. I think everyone on this panel will agree with me on that. But I think I have seen it with Namrata, I've seen it with Parana. Whenever I speak, no, Parana says, no. We should look whether they are okay, whether they are getting. Namrata is like, okay, even she is sick, I'm ready to come. It's like these people have led that kind of example and are following their footsteps. Satisfaction, blessings, as I said, personality which will be remembered even after you're gone. So I say I want to live a life even after I have gone. So this is where I'm getting it.
Very true. Very inspiring.
That's it. That's what I say. Don't need any degree, no need of any qualification. Just have a heart. Embrace your life. Don't think that you are the only one walking on the rocks. There are many people who is not even getting the basic things what you are getting. So as a teacher, when I speak to my students, I say the same thing. For example, they're coming from when kids in Dubai are not deprived of any kind of facilities. So I tell them how it is around the world. There are people who are living with so much difficulties. Be grateful. To start from there, I think children are the very easy way to manipulate and teach them the right things. But yes, please do carry a big heart to volunteer. That's what whoever is listening to me, no skills, no qualification, just a big heart and a little bit of your time.
Thank you, Ms. Salima. Thank you. Very true. As you rightly said, like one who is beyond the duality or the doubt that really comes in the mind. When the mind is engaged from within, exactly, with the heart, following your heart, who is always busy working in the welfare of those sentient beings who really needs it, and who is always free from any kind of sins, who will achieve liberation in the presence of God with those who they are serving. You know, that really adds value to that and really, truly very inspiring. And I think of all Saturdays, this Saturday of mine has become more remarkable as such. And thanks to Mr. Abhijit for that great support of yours of really meeting these wonderful human beings on earth. And nobody knows about it. They don't talk big, then they don't really, as you know, like things are just carried off with the media and publishing things of exactly even a small hand which has been given. And this has been going on for years and nobody knows about it. And it's just going on. Yes, this I need to do today. Who is that to help? Come on, where are we going? Who are the lives that we are really transforming? Whose tears are we wiping out today? Whose lives are we just enriching today, nurturing today? And it just moves on, and that really sees the purpose of life exactly. And imagine if a world becomes like this, people thinking about others, the well-being of others, the happiness of others, reflecting them in the service to the humanity. And what kind of world that we are really going to get. Mr. Abhijit, please, after you, I will just conclude. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. I just want to take again the opportunity to thank you for being very patient with us, because we are not able to give you time and we are not able to schedule this earlier. We could have done this much earlier. But then, like we discussed, I really wanted to have all the team members, as many as we could get, to mark the occasion of the International Volunteering Day, because that's what the whole purpose of the volunteering community is, to do something good. And you heard from everyone on the call today. So again, thank you once again to arranging this. I also want to take this opportunity to thank our regulator, the CDA, Community Development Authority, all our well-wishers, our supporters, our sponsors, because they are there, we are able to execute many of the projects. Of course, the loudest shout out is all for all the volunteers that are working on this panel, as well as the wider volunteering team that we have, because I think it's I think most of us know CSR, which is the how do you say, the company's responsibility, their social responsibility. But I think this team does something called PSR, which is very, very personal social responsibility.
Yes.
And without their commitment, or without their compassion, their dedication, it's truly invaluable. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abhijit. Very true. And that note, I take this opportunity to thank each one of you who have joined us on this platform. And each one of you have been so wonderful and so very inspiring for the people to learn from you as such. And allow me to conclude this with a quote from Hindu Asatoma Sat Kamir, Tamasoma Jyotir Kamir, Mrityoma Amritam Kamir, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That means it's leading from darkness to the knowledge. In a sense, to the light, they say, the light is actually the knowledge. And it leads us to liberation, in a sense, from all our fears, from our doubts and other things. It really liberates. The social service, the service to the humanity really liberates us, such that we see only the person whom we are serving, whichever religion it is, irrespective of the religion, such that it takes it beyond all these limitations or the restrictions that we are entitled ourselves or restricted ourselves, and such that we are going to achieve, we are in the process of achieving such a world. There is only peace. Where we are going to claim is the happiness and the peace of the humanity that we are associated with or we are living with. Not only the humanity of all the beautiful creations of all the creations of God, be it animals or be it birds or be it whatever it is, all the creations of God are going to be benefited. Even the Mother Earth will be taking care of Mother Earth even, such that we make our life more sustainable, we make our planet more sustainable, we make our living style more sustainable. Because as it is always said by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, where there is righteousness in the heart, which we already have as people like you all, there is always beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is always order at home. When there is order at home, there is always peace in the community. When there is peace in the community, there is always peace in the world as such. So we are contributing towards it for achieving the better out of it, and definitely we'll be taking it forward. And as we rightly, I would say that quintessence is that we should take it to every single possible way, and we should take it to schools and education institutions across the globe, such that people can enroll themselves, students can enroll themselves as Smart Life volunteers, and they can benefit by it. And we also will be happy to guide them through and through. And it's a wonderful solution, such that not only making UAE a happiness country, across the globe, we can make our planet a beautiful place to live in. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kari.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Salima.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Amrita. Thank you, Ms. Kritika. And thank you, Ms. Yasmin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Bhargavi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a big
Bye-bye.
thank
Thank you.
for giving this wonderful opportunity, and the team of Smart Life for giving this great opportunity to just have you all on our podcast. Thank you.
Hope to meet you soon again, Dr. Srividhya.
Sure, definitely. Always at your service. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.